one more track.
Yeah, one more
track. Welcome back, everybody, to the Mad Skills Motocross 2018 World Championship, where indeed we have one more track to go today in the first portion of our competition, because after this we'll figure out who's going into the winners bracket, who will be going into the losers bracket, and who will be departing completely. I think at this point some of those decisions are already made, but there's definitely some contention still out there with where everybody is going to be placing. Joe, great to see you again. Justin, you're back on the scene.
I'm back.
Yeah, Bears, let's go. I know, is that Chicago Bears?
Chicago, yeah, buddy.
I love the the gaming, the sports.
Yeah. That's all we do.
I know that about that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which sport is this? The hand egg or?
Yeah. The hand egg.
Yeah, the hand egg. Yeah.
The hand egg.
American football.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
And nice Super Bowling. Now, back to Mad Skills Motocross. Guys, this is the final track of the day. And apparently, Joe, according to you, this one could be the craziest.
This is my favorite. This was, out of all the tracks for this weekend, this one was my favorite. I call it polymorphic because there's like an endless amount of lines. A lot of the lines are similar in speed, so we're going to see different lines, riders close, switching leads back and forth. It's going to be insane. I put this at the end of day one because I wanted all 12 of the competitors to be able to play this track, so I didn't want to save it for day two because 4 people won't be here tomorrow. So that's why this is the last track for today. It's going to be fun to watch.
Justin, have you had any time with this track?
I have, actually, and it is extremely frustrating. That's the best way to put it. There's so many different options, so many different lines that you can take, and like you said, there's going to be a lot of back and forth. Even if guys are on different lines, I think you're going to see them back and forth, so it's going to be exciting.
This one could really go down to the wire.
This is going to be crazy. Yeah.
All right.
I'm so glad it's the last one of the day.
Yeah, and in terms of this particular track, I mean, when we spoke just now to our Italian friend Pekla, he said it usually takes about 5 minutes before all these guys are fully adjusted to the new terrain, because remember, everybody at home, these are all new tracks they've not seen before. Do you think it could be any different on polymorphic? Could it take a bit more time to find those lines?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
There's
we're going to see
a lot of options.
Maybe, 10 minutes they're hitting one line, and then 10 minutes they try something else, and try something else, and they keep switching it out. We'll see.
Justin?
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right.
I am.
Speechless.
No, I am. No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, this one. This is one of those ones that I played, and it's one that I had to put down and go back to another track because it's that frustrating. It really is. It's going to be crazy to see what they do with it. I would say Zach will probably figure it out the fastest. If I was going to make a prediction, I'm making a bold prediction.
Yes.
So that's what I think.
Cool. All right. Now let's turn our attention to the times from the last track, just so everybody at home is up to date. Zach almost got into that 58-second zone. He was 12/10 of a second away. And then it was Zele and Halito, who we've not seen, I think, that far up on the scoreboard yet, in second, third. And then Bragstad, who's been a strong force throughout. And then the rest to follow. Master 52, who's kind of been around the top 4 spot throughout today. Dropped down to 7th, so I think he's still in a good position. But it was much needed for some of those guys in that last track to get those positions and points. And that leads us onto the championship leaderboard. As you can see, Zach is quite a bit ahead. He's 12 points ahead of Bragstad, last year's champion, in second, and Zele in third. And Master is still quite comfortably 18 points safe in fourth, in front of Jolito. And so for Master to drop out of there, or for any change in the top 4 positions, Jolito would have to get all 20, and Master would be the only person he could overtake, right? If Master... Oh, no, then there'd be a draw, because he'd be on 17, because 2 points for 12th place, no? If my math is...
1 point.
Okay, so yeah, if Master was in last place...
he gets 69.
So our top 4 is pretty much confirmed, unless Master comes in last and Jolito comes in first. And then we have our losers bracket, where it's a bit tighter with those guys and the people who could potentially be eliminated. So Scrubs lot at the very bottom would need Bidus or Cuddler to do terribly, and for him to get into first to keep his chances of staying in. I know it's a lot of theory crafting going on right now, but it's important to note, going into this, there are potential switches in the current positions and people staying in and out.
Absolutely.
It's anyone's game.
Yeah.
See what happens.
No, it's not anyone's game. It's your game, Joe. You
Well,
make the game.
It's not my game.
Exactly. Talking about that, when you guys are as a team working on your piece of art, the thing that you guys put so much hours and time in, what's it like, and what are the relationships like between the colleagues in the different offices, etc.?
Well, at first it was kind of interesting because I think I worked, with the team for, I don't know, over a year before I met any of them in person. Because I'm in Chicago, they're all in Sweden.
Yeah.
So the real challenge is the time zone difference, 7-hour difference. So sometimes when I need to get something, I have a question or something, they're not always available. Yeah. But now I've met them all many times. We've all become friends, and we all get along great. They're an awesome team. Everyone's incredibly smart, and I love it. This is the best job I've ever had. Yeah,
and the original creator of the game, mentioned him a few times. At this point, he must be I'm sure even further back, but at this point, he must be so proud of what he's creating. You guys continue to do together, because especially now, over the last couple of years, where you've really been pushing sort of the esports side of things, 35 million downloads. Like, what's it like to be a part of a project that's so successful?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It started out as this little computer game, and
it was originally on PC, right?
Yeah, it was originally PC. And then, Brian and Tobias hooked up and were like, we need to launch this on a mobile platform. And then from there, it just kind of got big. And, it's just, I don't know. It's a ton of fun.
Oh, sorry. Did you hear that at home? Ignore that.
I don't even know.
Yeah, no, sorry, carry on, Joe.
But yeah, it's been insane. It's kind of like this wild ride, and we're going to see how long it lasts. But, really, we couldn't have done it without all the players out there, all the fans, everyone who comes back and plays Jam every week. We love you guys, obviously. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. So, we're trying to make Mad Schools Motocross 3 for you. We're taking all your feedback. We really listen to you guys, trying to put everything into it that you guys want. We hear you want more gear, you want teams, you want all this stuff, so we're going to pack it in there. And you guys feel free to leave us feedback anywhere you want.
That is so important. When a company or a developer makes a game that is a growing, constantly evolving product that has different elements to it that need switching in and out and stuff like that, when people like yourselves, Joe and Justin and everyone else in the team, are communicating and constantly taking feedback, whether you agree with it or not, that's almost not important. As long as there's the communication there and there's like an understanding of what's going on, that means so much to an audience. I can appreciate what you guys are doing personally in that sense, for sure. Anyway, as everyone at home has probably realised, we've got Polymorphic on screen. We've kind of been following Bidus and what he's been up to, and so I can see instantly Joe and Justin. Yeah, the beginning, and talking about the way the...
I wasn't lying to you.
Yeah, the way the map is instantly laid out in front of you, and how it grows over the course of the track is very, very unforgiving. It looks extremely technical. And difficult to keep up a high speed, at the very least.
Yeah, even like right off the starting line, it's like waking up in the morning and getting punched in the throat. It's,
okay.
Right off the drop.
Can't say that's one of my favourite activities, Justin.
It's not. I'm just saying, like that's what this track is.
Talking about that, that's what I did the other night pretty much when I was half asleep. I thought I had some hair in my face, tried to brush it out, and I felt, a little scratch, and I was like, whatever. Woke up in the morning, looked at the mirror, cut my nose in half in 2 different places. I don't know. I feel like that's relatively relatable to starting off Polymorphic and seeing the lay of the land in front of you.
It's exactly the same.
You might have to start wearing mittens when you sleep.
Yeah, right?
Probably when I do anything, just constantly wear mittens. Maybe we can get some in the studio tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so this is where we are after the first 5 minutes. Bidus, Master, Nathan and Jolito lead the way. There's still 1.7 seconds between the guys, and so you can assume then that there's going to be a lot of change and tightening up over the next few minutes.
This one's going to be fun. Later when these guys start laying down their times, it's going to be fun to watch all the times at once, because I promise you there will be at least 3 or 4 different lines going on at once.
It's going to be crazy. That's the thing I found when I was racing this one, to bring back to the point of frustration, is the fact that you'll finally get a spot down, and then once you get past it, you have to completely relearn what's after it because you've spent so much
Change
time on the
your line,
front
right?
part. Yeah. And now it's totally just a surprise every time.
And the reason why we are following
following. I'm so glad the camera isn't on.
Following the cuddler, mixed up the two words there, is because he's moved up into second place.
Wow. Okay, so he's laying down some good stuff.
His game.
He's now fallen to third. That fast.
That fast.
So Bragg took top
first place spot.
Yeah.
I could have been really mean to these guys and made the last set of whoops just monstrous.
Brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah.
But, you're welcome.
Why don't we introduce, Joe? I mean, I know you're known for making really tough whoops. Why don't you introduce an even tougher type, an almost impossible type, and we call it the whoop-de-doo?
I'm going to do that. I'm just going to make a track that's called Whoop-de-Doo, and it's just brutal.
Oh, man. What was the one you did? You did a whoops. I did it again. What was the
I did one just called whoops, exclamation point. And then I made one called whoops. I did it again.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of tracks with the name whoops in it.
There's one this week.
There's one called, this week it's whoops, all whoops.
Mm-hmm.
So the current fight, so to speak, for not being eliminated between Cuddler, Pekla, and Bidus. And currently Pekla, I think, is in 8th in this map, and that just wouldn't be enough to keep him in contention. So it'll be interesting to follow them in the leaderboard over the course of this track. We've still got 38 minutes to go, but as we've seen over the course of the day, that deteriorates rather quickly and frustration sets in, mismanagement of time. It could be something that we even mentioned to the guys before we leave. I mean, after we leave today, it's like, tomorrow, guys, keep an eye on that clock because a lot of you are restarting very close to an opportunity where you could potentially hit a killer run, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Uncle Joe and Uncle Justin, hey, kids, gather around.
Let's teach some lessons.
It's time to teach you something.
I don't know if I've seen anyone hit the tire tap line off the
Yeah,
start.
I don't think anybody's hitting it.
Let's see. Nope, no one's hitting it right here out of these three.
To bring you into that transition there.
So this is the battle for those safe spots.
Okay.
I keep messing up. Cuddler, Pekla, and Bidus. Bidus, the Midas touch, who suddenly became Poseidon at one point. He needs to channel his inner Harambe now to live on forever, or at least until the end of tomorrow.
Yeah, in the start here, there's a different line where you can wheelie up the first jump, tire tap, set you into a different line. I have yet to see anyone hit it. And I'm not even sure if it's faster.
Yeah, it might not be.
It's faster in the beginning, but it puts you on a different line towards the end.
Yeah.
So if you can switch the lines mid-track, that's the fastest.
Yeah.
Half of one line, switch over to half the other line.
Yeah.
So it's places 7, 8, and 9 that are the critical sort of spots. And yeah, those are Cuddler, Bidus, and Pekla, who are... Pekla is on 29, Cuddler and Bidus are drawing 34 points each. And so that's why you can see there definitely can be a shift between them. And they're all going to be fighting nail and tooth and nail.
Yeah, so look at these guys. I mean, they're super close. Third, fourth. Zilly with a 187, 208, 459. Yeah, I mean, these guys are within one good scrub of overtaking another spot. Nuts.
Scrubs in last.
Yeah.
I think he's just had a rough day today.
It has been pretty rough.
I think I'm changing his username after this to Sir Scrubs a little.
Sir Scrubs, maybe.
Yeah. He's just not. He's not living up to his name today.
He's not, man. He's not. No, I guess everybody has the days. We got to look in on Zach right here. See how he's
rocking first place.
Yeah. Is he already in first now?
Yep.
Jeez. So he overtook the top spot.
Let's see what kind of line he's taking here. Nice scrub there. That's a nice improvement.
Yeah.
Table down section. Little case. Beautiful scrub.
Oof.
See, he's in it too, man. Look at this.
Nice scrub there.
Yeah. Following it up.
He's so far ahead of this guy.
This is a short track, so this is going to be a good time, I think.
Yeah.
Little dragon's back that he skipped.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
One of the lines put you on the dragon's back.
As we know, we should never trust snakes.
No. Clean whoops.
Oh, dude.
I don't think his front tire hit any of those, so that was fast. He likes it.
He's giving
Drying
himself
off his hands.
So see, that's the 46.
46.24.
So
and guys, what does that mean for our table?
Well,
ooh, I-90's in second.
Wowza.
Unfortunately,
yes.
I think it's
end of the
a
road.
little, too late for him to come back. And maybe not. If he gets first and one of these other guys gets dead last, can I-90 move back in?
Let me check.
I don't have
just before we go to something else, let me double check that. So, who are we looking at?
We're looking at I-90 MX Park.
He's on currently 23 points, and if he were to get 20 and 7 and 8 were to do not well, so Kudla and Bidus or Nathan, he could potentially move up as far as 6th, but it would be difficult. It would be difficult. So...
Because Pekla's now in 3rd, so that's not happening.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, now, everybody, as we inspect Zachary on screen, who is kind of the golden boy, the wonder child right now of Mad Skills Motocross Esports, we can also take a deeper look into his background as we got a chance to have a chat earlier today.
My name is Zachary Elms. You know me as ZSC743, and I live in California City, California. I recently turned 18, and so I finally got into playing cash, which I've been doing pretty well in, and I have made close to $40,000. I play for about 2 hours a day. My plans for the money that I'm making, I'm trying to save up so I can buy a house. Mad Skills, as of now, is my only way of income, which I'm actually quite happy with. Mad Skills is all I need as of now. My predictions for the top 3, myself, Bragstad, and Zele. Zele didn't compete last year, so I'm excited to see what he'll do. And also Leo is a big competitor this time. Last year was really tough. I ended up getting 4th place, which I was really happy with. But hopefully this year I can improve and maybe get a top 3, hopefully the win.
Legend.
A legend himself. Well, we should say the legend in the making, I think.
Yeah.
Such a nice guy, too.
He is.
It's like hard not to root for him.
Yeah. 40,000. Unreal.
He hasn't even been playing it for a year.
And he's only just turned 18 as well.
Jeez.
40,000. If you gave me $40,000 when I was 18, boy, I don't even know where I'd be right now.
I'll tell you what I wouldn't be doing is saving up for a house.
Yeah,
I'd be going nuts.
I think I don't even know, man. Yeah. I would potentially be living on Mars at this point.
Yeah, he's smarter than I am.
I would have bought a car, like a WRX. That's what I would have.
Oh, a Subaru.
A nice STI. That's
I think I was 19 or
nice
20.
STI.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Sorry? Producer? He's on a heater, says my producer. So yes, Zach is certainly doing very well.
Yes.
Yep, he just improved.
Yeah,
he's improved on his time again. Which,
but wait.
Whoa!
No way,
what?
man.
Oh,
for
and there
a
it is.
little bit there,
For just a
I-90
second.
MX was in 1st.
Yeah.
And then that run that ZSE just put in, bounced him back into 1st place. So they're just going back and forth.
Yeah,
right
they're
now.
both moving at like a
I
similar
knew
pace.
this would happen with this one, man.
And right now, we can see a battle between Lorenzo, one of our American competitors, and our Italian friend, Pekla.
Wow, that scrub right there.
Yeah.
It's almost like artistic when they.
It is, isn't it? I know.
When they hit it,
There is a.
just
It's a
so
thing of
clean.
beauty. It's unreal, man. Yeah, they're just smooth as silk through here.
So this is the battle for, is it 10th? Just check the...
Well, this is I-90 versus Pekla. I-90's in 2nd. Pekla is in 6th now. So
okay, but overall then, let me check that again, because I think it's like a...
Yeah, for points.
An important battle for
Yeah.
points. Yeah, so I-90, 23 points down in 11th, and Pekla, who's in 9th. So yeah, this is like the battle for 8th to 11th, and that sort of shift in points. Just to recap, everybody, I-90, now Lorenzo has moved into 2nd with 46.225, as Joe just pointed out, happening roughly at the same time that Zach improved his time as well. Zele is in 3rd, Brakstad is in 4th, and then we've got Kudla, Pekla, Nathan, Bidas missing the Midas. And in 9th, the Master. But we did see him languish slightly in the last one. But he only moved up slightly to 7th. So potentially he needs to do a bit more here.
How many points does 8th place get? Can production whisper that into your ear?
I would love for production to tell me how many points 8th place.
Because if Bidas stays in 8th and I-90, I-90's now down to 3rd. But if I-90 can improve and get 2nd,
Zaley took top
he
spot.
might be able to overtake Bidas for that 8th spot.
These guys are going to run over 45s in
This
just
is
a minute.
getting insane.
Yeah.
Here is the point system.
Perfect.
From 1st to 12th, we have a descending amount of points. So it goes 2018, going down by 2 each time until in 12th, all you get is a singular point, just one. You can't share that with your friends. It's pointless. It's pointless. No, it's pointless. It is. No, that's absolutely.
I see what you did there.
No, it was accidental.
I see that, yeah.
And so, yeah, that's the championship leaderboard, which I keep referring to in front of me, but you guys can see at home now. To kind of contextualize everything and see these battles we're talking about.
So I think Bidas needs to get like 7th or 6th, and I-90 needs to get 1st or 2nd in order for them to
hold on. Yeah.
But Zach's back in 1st, so Zach just overtook Zelly. Zelly was in 1st.
Yeah,
for a little
Zelly
bit.
was in 1st for just a second. So this is live looking at Zelly
Question
right
is,
now.
where is Master 52? Oh, I guess I should call him Disaster 52 because he's all the way to 10th now.
You've been pushing that angle all day.
I will change his username if he doesn't. He doesn't
I will
step up
abuse
his
my
game.
powers of admin and change his nick. Zele looking to rob first place, Robin first place from Zach. Right now they are only, oh my god, that is
super close.
Super close. Is that
about
600?
60 thousandths in a second.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. Or 600s.
Yeah, I think it's 600s, right?
Pretty the same.
Dude, I'm not good at that stuff, man. There's a meme or like a jokey thing in esports or broadcasting where it's just like, yeah, just never try and do maths on air.
Yeah, it's hard.
Don't ever do it.
We just, I like to just
unless you're a
estimate.
statistician or whatever it's called. That
I can't even say
job.
statistician.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Have we seen anyone do the tire tap in the starting line?
Not yet. No.
Wow, I want to go out there and yell, tire tap,
Tire tap.
Tap.
Tire tap.
Tap those tires, and you might tap into some inner potential that you weren't aware of.
Because I think wouldn't it put you on that other line right there?
There's so many lines, it's just, who knows where it puts you, let's be honest.
Ooh.
It is faster in the start to tire tap and then drop down,
Yeah.
hit the other jump. You land there, you take off there.
Wow, this is awesome.
But then from there it's slower.
Lose a bit of speed. They cased it slightly.
Joe, they're going to hate you after this track. I know that's what you
The
want.
thing about this track is it's smooth. There's a lot of lines.
It is really smooth,
But if you hit it correctly, it's smooth. It's not like Fever or Whoops, I did it again, where it's just kind of like chaotic and crazy.
Whoops, I did it again.
Yep.
Brittany,
that's Joe's.
we love you.
Yeah, that's Joe's Britney Spears.
We love you, Brittany. Keep doing your thing, the pop stuff. Do it.
There's Lorenzo here.
I was more of a Britney
Whoops,
than a Christina
I
kind of guy.
did it again. I scrubbed on your heart and endoed something.
Oh, baby, baby. I love it. Oh, no. So he is on, he's on a different line on this,
Oh, he was going to scrub that too.
He ate it. I'm surprised nobody has tire tapped that.
Tap, tap, tippity, tap, tap.
So let's see where it would put you. I want to see where it would put you.
Potentially, so Lorenzo mentioned that he works on bikes, right, for his career outside of this. Could he be at the I-90 MX Park sometimes? Is that potentially how the sponsorship came around? Like, I'm very curious to how that...
It's got to be something.
Would have been great to talk to him
Get a
about
story
that.
after that.
Yeah. We'll have to get the goss and share it with all of you as and when we can.
I would like to see the whole 12 in one replay to see what kind of lines we're working with.
Yeah, a full 12 would be crazy on this.
Yeah.
I feel like they're all taking the same line, which is amazing me because this track is just
it's
filled
so
with
diverse,
lines. And I'm hoping some of them explore the other lines because some of the other lines are faster.
Yeah.
Potentially at this point, some people could have identified them, but maybe preserving position or not wanting to take the risk.
Maybe. The thing is, all the lines in this track are so close and similar in time that it might be better for them just to stay on one line and try to perfect it than to keep switching around.
And hope that no one else finds some
nice.
super sick line that just gives them a crazy.
Yeah, he was on a good one there. That bump is really important, right?
Yeah.
Taking a little break.
Taking the hat
Flipping
off.
that hat backwards. That's how I get all my stuff.
Here we
done.
go.
Here we
no
go.
one's
Top
hitting that other
5.
line.
Top 5, everybody.
Top 5, all right.
Yeah, top 5.
Oh, Santa Claus coming in hot. We have
Santa.
2 Santas.
Almost too hot, though.
Ooh, that tire tap.
Yeah, definitely
That was
too
nice.
hot. See how much speed he lost?
Yeah.
Let's see. All
Oh,
the
man.
same line so far.
Yeah.
I wonder if these guys are just zoned in too far. They need to step back and look at the track and see if they can explore another line. Unless they know more than I do.
No, I'll tell you this. Looking at it now, watching other people race it,
It looks easy.
it does. No, but here's the thing, though. I think this line that they're taking looks like it has more forward trajectory than the other line would.
It does in places, though. They flip-flop.
Yeah.
So if I really wish someone else was taking the other line
So we
because
can see it.
it's fat. One line is faster in the first half. The other line's faster in the second half.
Yeah.
So they kind of
Kind
even
of see
out.
how that balances. Yeah.
But what I was trying to say was if you can hit the fast
Ooh,
part
it comes through
point
right.
on
Yeah,
one
that
and
was
the
close.
fast part on the second half of another and combine them, that would be optimal. But no one's done that yet.
Yeah. So Braggs is up top now.
Braggs is now ascended.
Wow.
Yeah, and both of them are the 45s. So
insane.
they're dropping it off, man. They're doing work on it. Surprised. Then I-90 sitting
I think
in
this is
fourth
probably
now. They're holding that third
The track
spot.
so far we've seen the most movement between those top places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not
one,
mistaken.
Been
yeah.
bouncing around this whole time.
Yeah. Peckle's up to 8 now. Cudla's 7.
Well, Masters dropped
Polito's
down
up
to 10th.
6.
Cutler
Yeah.
needs a good spot here to stay where he is.
Yeah.
If Pekla overtakes Kudla, that could be game over for Kudla.
Yeah. Yeah, got to keep grinding. 22, 22.
Same with Bitus. If Pekla overtakes Bitus, it's over.
All right, this is Pekla here. Oh, I like his finish on his ghost time.
Pekla needs 3 spots over Bitus to take him.
4, 6, 7, 3, 7. Oh wow, those guys are in the 4.5s. Yeah, this is gonna get interesting.
Masters 10th. Still.
I think Master likes to sleep. He's a
he
sleeper,
does.
man.
He does.
He'll sit there and do his thing, work the track out, and then all of a sudden
Well,
towards the end.
look, he's in 4th right now. If he stays in 4th tomorrow, that means in the winner's bracket, round 1, he's facing Zach.
Oh boy.
So it'll be Zach versus Master 52.
Yeah, the
the loser
1-4.
will go to the loser's bracket for double elimination. And I don't
Ugh.
know. I don't know how James will do 1v1 against Zach.
Yeah, because he will, if he's in 4th and Zach's in 1st, right, they'll square off against each other for
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
who'd end up in the loser bracket after that. And that would be quite the story, right? The
Yeah.
old vet going up against the new
Yeah.
gun. I think I'm hoping that plays out like that.
Yeah.
Zach
Would
is
be
now
interesting.
over. Zach is taking over Bragstad.
So he's topped again.
Zach's number 1
Jeez.
again.
But look at Nate, dude.
Yeah,
Sitting
he's
number
killing
3.
it. Killing it.
Just top Zealy.
Ooh.
Oh, it was a nice roll over that.
Yeah, Peck just found a nice line here.
Yeah. Long there.
Pekla needs a good
Boy,
improvement.
he lost some speed.
He can do it.
I'd love to see one of these guys come back from the loser
Oh,
bracket.
dude, and just
Yeah.
destroy. Oh, well.
Yeah, he's trying to save it, but I
wait,
think it's too
but
far
I-
gone.
He won't be far enough.
That's the kind of move you need to do to
Yeah.
to transfer over to a different line sometimes.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, he's got that start down, doesn't he?
Which lines are taking? Okay. Huh. Interesting. I'm still really surprised no one's
Whee!
tried the other
Man.
line. No one's tried it. Do
That
you
is
think
kinda
they
crazy.
know?
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. That's like hitting a wall. That is tough right there.
Yeah, well, he's really trying to keep the throttle on, right?
Yeah, and keep
stick
that front
back wheel
tire,
down.
keep the front wheel up so you can
Yeah.
actually hit a nice roller on that part.
He hit it
nice
really
and
nicely
short.
before,
Yeah,
but then he messed the run up later on.
man.
Switching over now to our favourite here in the studio, and I think something at home everybody enjoys the madness of, and it's all 12 of our competitors' best runs compared side by side.
Jeez. They aren't all taking the same line. Well, there's somebody else on a different line.
Oh,
There we go.
okay.
See? So
Okay,
what I was saying was the beginning of
that's
the one line's
James.
faster.
Yeah,
So that's the fast
that's
line that
Master
James is
52.
running. Wow. Oh, it's so cool the way it's different.
But it's
But
So
it's-
James is taking
time-wise,
that
it's
other
very
line.
similar.
Yeah.
So you'll
This
see
gonna put him down there.
he's going to fall back, but then
then
he's
he
going to
goes
catch
so
up
high.
somewhere else. Oh, no, because he's in 10th.
Yeah.
So has he? Yeah.
Does he come back right there or there?
You don't come back no
And if
way.
you hit
He
that
don't come
dragon's
back.
back up out of there, that's a heck of a bounce you got to get to land in a good transition. If you're on that line.
I
That's
think
nuts.
we've seen more lead changes in this one than anyone, though. That's what I like about this track.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's just killing it, man.
Some of you might notice that the front suspension looks different on the start than it does later. And that's because with Bike 11, we included what's called a hole shot device. And in real life, a hole shot device and in the game, they perform the same function.
Okay.
A hole shot device locks the front suspension so you get a better start without wheeling off the start, faster start.
Yeah.
So you'll
Yeah.
see their front suspension's like compressed on the start until they hit their front wheel on something.
Oh, I see.
And then it'll come
Yeah.
undone.
So Nate's popped a 45.875 now. Unreal. So these guys are starting to bust into the 45s. Zach's still holding the top spot. Bragg's in number 2. And Nate with the 4.5875.
Cudlin needs to
Nuts.
step it up a
He's
little
got to
here.
crank up the game,
Yeah,
man.
especially as we approach the last third of this sixth and final track of the day.
Keystone Man.
Luckily, Pekla, for Kudla at least.
For Kudla's
luckily-
sake, yes.
Luckily, Pekla's not doing too hot.
Yeah, this is Leo.
Leo is overall. Leo is
Wait.
Doing them flips, making
10.
it pretty. Overall.
Yeah, overall.
Just
in this-
10th, yeah.
today's 10th.
So many of these moments just rest on a knife. Oh, he's going.
Jeez, he's just killing
styling
this guy.
on and making time.
Is he getting points for style? Is that a little bonus?
Whoa.
Speed and style.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that
that's gonna
too
kill
deep
him.
there? Yeah.
That's gonna kill him. Yep.
God.
Man, it was beautiful though. It looked good.
Splinter is not going to be happy with Leonardo's performance.
I want to know if
You got the reference,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Turtles in a half shell.
Turtle Power.
Oh no, love it. Actually played that the other day on Super Nintendo.
There's a
Oh,
little
what do you have?
turtle.
You still have a playable SNES?
Yeah, I've got that new NES
Oh, of
Classic,
course, yeah,
Super
yeah.
Nintendo Classic, and the
Of
new
course,
Nintendo
of course.
Classic. And I may or may not have added a bunch of games. to
In
it,
other
so-
news, Parla lost his Nintendo Switch
Oh, no.
on a plane the other day.
What?
Did you really?
Not on the way here, but on a flight back from I
Oh,
just,
no.
just forgot it, man. For the first time, like a year and a half.
Oh.
I don't know, since it released. But
That sucks.
let's talk about the good things in life, like Leo starting to do the front flip
That's gonna give him better distance.
style.
than
He's
last
bringing a real poetic flavour.
flip. He's killing
Makes
it,
it
man.
more entertaining to watch, for sure.
I don't know if he's going to catch him.
Nah, he's not gonna catch it.
Restart, man. We don't got time.
It looks good.
Unless he's got a killer whoop run. Nope.
Yeah.
Taking a lot of impact on that back tyre there.
Yeah. Nope.
I want to know if anyone has hit the beginning line and just thought, oh, it's not as fast, or if no one's figured it out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Can ask them after,
It does
for
look
sure.
like on the first half of the track that line might be faster. Just by looking at it, trying to
It is. The
decipher
first
it.
half of the track, it's definitely faster.
Yeah.
Right there, it'll shoot you up, and then it
Yeah.
puts you down on a different line, but it's definitely faster.
Yeah,
in
so
the
you go
beginning.
right in there, jump over to that, then jump that. Yeah, I would like to see somebody do it.
Because it puts you on that table up.
Ooh,
down.
that's nice. Gaining a bit of speed now, actually.
Gotta hit that scrub harder.
Bad
yeah.
bump. Little pause.
Yeah, you gotta.
He's going to inflate his thumbs
He
again.
is. He
Gonna
just
pull
blows
out-
into one,
yeah.
and the other one inflates up. Yeah. He's like a cartoon.
Feels like this is definitely a run where there aren't necessarily distinct moments where you can make
Holy smokes.
huge amounts of time, and it's something that over the whole course of the track you really do have to
I think you overshot that.
be on your game.
Oop. It's gonna be close. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is a track that you cannot take your eyes away for a second
Wow.
it'll eat
Okay,
you for lunch.
this is really nice.
Yeah, he's got a nice run going here.
It's got to hit them. Oh,
yeah.
aye.
Is he gonna clear it out?
Oh,
Yeah. Wow.
that even
He
increased
bettered
his
time a
speed,
bunch,
right?
Yeah. All right, let's see what he's got. So
45. That's really
805.
fast, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's gonna put him
That's
in
gonna put him into
third.
third, I
Well,
think.
depending on what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Leo
just took third, buddy.
the Titanic was
Holy
sinking,
cow.
and he grabbed that plank of wood and said,
Yeah.
"I'm not going." But
He's,
You know who's in trouble?
we know how that ends. Yeah.
he's
Vitus.
oh no, yeah,
Vitus
because that was
is
when he was going
in
against.
trouble. Because if Leo wins that, he gets 16. If Leo stays where he is now, he gets 16 points.
Yeah.
25 plus 16. We're not supposed to do math up here, but what is that?
41.
It's like
41.
408.
So
Justin,
Vitus,
have you taken your pills yet?
No, I got it. Not yet.
Vitus in 7th gets, I believe, 10 points, which would give him 44.
So we are actually entering the realm of the odd situations we were discussing before this
Yeah.
track went underway, where certainly things could be taking quite the drastic turn.
A little short there.
If Leo finishes in third or better, he will, I have it on good account, be pretty much guaranteed to qualify if he finishes in third or better.
Is that what they're saying?
Leo,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Our mathematicians and scientists that are concocting all sorts of potions and strings of code have deduced that
I'm glad they're
after
doing it.
hours of research.
Or just by a really handy dandy Excel
Whoa,
spreadsheet.
wow.
Oh, he's killing that. Look at Nathan do it, buddy.
He went into
Wow.
that dip like and
Dude,
sped up.
he has a good run
This
here.
is killer. He's
This
in
is
4th. He's
huge.
in 4th
Oh
right
no.
now.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
He just pulled a Sully right there. Remember that? Buddy.
He knows it too.
Oh man. Oh, that's frustrating.
That was so fast.
12
Where is he
minutes.
currently, Nath?
He's in 4th.
Yeah,
Dude, that would have
would've
been
a burner.
He would have
First
at
place,
least,
maybe.
At least, probably,
Yeah.
second or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. Actually, he might have been first.
God.
Yeah, that could have been a
Oh, I guarantee
sub
ya.
'Cause
45.
he's only 0.2 of a second off of first. So I think he
I
probably
bet you that
been-
would have topped it. Yeah.
And if he got a first place, that would give him 20 points. He'd get 62 points. Nah, I don't. He couldn't. He cannot bump up to the winners bracket, but it would at least solidify his spot.
Make him
in the,
safe, yeah.
Jeez. Man, I'm a little disappointed that we're not seeing more lines.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I was
taking
for
the-
sure this
everyone's
one was
taking
going
the
to be
same
all over
thing
the
pretty
place.
much.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know if
James
they
is the
figured it
only
out.
one. Is James switched over to this line yet or no?
I'm not sure. We haven't seen a run from him in a while.
yeah,
'cause
we
yeah.
haven't followed James for
he
the last
hasn't
two
been doing
games,
so
really.
hot. Maybe that's why, because he's just been on the wrong line the whole time.
Yeah, he's at 46.302 right now.
He's on the wrong line.
We have memes across the gaming
Oh, yeah.
universe, and we, of course, have our own in Mad Skills Motocross as well. Memery of the highest order.
Yeah. The dankest of memes.
Dankest.
God, I wish he would have nailed that run, man.
This is his
Dude,
style
that was
track.
going to be
is,
so
it really is.
quick,
Is
man.
he, I mean,
still
he's
has
had a
to
good
over 10
run
minutes
since
left.
the very beginning.
Yeah. I would really like to see him nail that out.
Come on, Nathan. Do it for your boys back home. Do it for the family. Do it for the kids.
He's got that first half of this just down.
Do it for the purple people eaters.
Purple people eaters.
Purple pupilators. Yeah, my boys.
You guys remember that movie?
Yeah, man.
Horn flying purple people eater.
So stupid. I don't even
All right.
know what it was. I know. What is this?
I don't know what's going on, guys, honestly. And
hey, I didn't choose this life. It chose me. I'm just going to put that out there.
My producer said something to me which I have not caught at all, so I must ask the voice of God once more. Yes. No, he was just reiterating the point that we established earlier, that if you do finish 4th, it's not great because you're going to go up against the man, the machine, that is Zachary. Whee.
Wowza.
That can actually increase
it does
the
look
speed
like it,
slightly,
yeah,
right?
Looks like he gained a little something off of it.
I think Nathan's definitely the guy to watch, at least at the moment, if he doesn't fluff the runs too badly.
So Leo's holding the 3rd spot, Braxtad's holding 2nd, and Zach is currently in 1st still with a 45.620.
It was this middle portion of the track where Nathan made so much time.
Oh,
in
it
that
was unreal.
Almost near perfect run we saw.
And those are what I call the God runs, because it's one of those ones that I cannot hit all the time. But when you do, it's like amazing, and then you screw it up, and you're like, yeah, I'll never do that again.
It's Neo in the Matrix.
Yeah, it is. It's awful.
I want to go.
And so, Joe, that would make you Morpheus.
Yeah.
That would make you Morpheus, my friend.
I like that.
I wish I could do a Morpheus impression, but I can't.
Matrix, arguably one of the best films of all time, but I think it's generally considered as a trilogy that the 2nd and 3rd weren't as good. But I've heard that Motocross 2 was a massive improvement on the 1st, and I'm very much looking forward to number 3.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think it'll be going the way of the Matrix. I think it's going to be even more of an improvement once again.
Absolutely, I think so too.
I know we can hit this, man.
It is interesting, though, at a competitive level, even if you're playing games at home competitively or whatever, doesn't matter what kind of game it is. If we're taking that Neo analogy a bit further, there are those moments, whatever game you're playing, where it's almost like if you're playing against opponents, you can read their mind, or you hit a track perfectly, you're playing the perfect game. It's like you're almost not thinking, right?
Yeah.
Things just happen like you
Muscle
feel
memory.
that they should.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Nathan was, and then unfortunately Agent Smith came and gave him a big slap round the face, and the whoops were like, no siree.
Not today, buddy.
Not today. And for a player of that caliber, it's those whoops that you should be crushing, right?
Oh,
yeah, because those like the easiest part of that run, maybe.
Those whoops are so easy at the end there.
Yeah. He just happened to have landed into the first one, and that just destroyed
He missed
his
the
time.
entry, that's all.
It'll do that to you. You don't call him Joe Bumps for a reason. I'm telling you right now. The guy is he's evil.
Heckler.
This looks good.
Yeah, he's
Neck and neck.
What is he sitting right now, Joe?
Let's take a look.
He'd fallen a bit from when he was in.
So he's on a different line here. He just swapped over.
Oh,
buddy.
Dead last.
Whoa!
Look at this. Oh, that's gonna throw him really low and high though.
Whee!
What's he gonna do? Oh, he was trying to save it.
He went for
couldn't do
the
it.
triple front to save it. And guys, we are really getting into the closing moments of the 6 tracks for today, where everything's going to be decided. Winners, losers for those brackets, and of course those that will be eliminated. And so it's at this point where the riders really need to knuckle down and try to make those huge plays to create the best runs they can, because if they don't, their lives are on the line.
I can't believe just the line choices we've seen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So static.
Very, very static. Yeah, it's very interesting that they're all pretty much doing the same line. I really thought there was going to be a ton on this one. Just from my playing it.
Line variation.
Yeah.
When are we writing the codex of Mad Skills
Of Mad
Motocross?
Skills?
We need a codex of the terms, the
Into a
history.
The lore. The lore of Mad
At
Skills.
first there was Tobias.
All alone.
All alone.
Yeah.
One man, one mission,
One desire.
one desire.
The reason this game exists is because Tobias made a physics engine, and it was based on a motorbike, and it was like the greatest
Ooh.
physics.
It's perfect.
Yeah, so he
It's so good.
after he made the physics thing, he's like, well, I guess I need to make a motocross game.
Right? Oh, he's killing it, man.
Peckler's looking good here. He's got to stick it.
Yeah.
And with 4 minutes 45 remaining, it's a very crucial time, especially when he's one of those guys that needs a perfect result.
He's got to nail these.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Too much. No.
His position was just out as he entered.
It
The
killed him.
whoop-de-doos at the end.
It'll get you every time.
And unfortunately, he didn't do.
What do you need?
He did the don'ts. Yeah.
He did the don'ts. That's exactly what he
did
did.
a doo-doo.
He
Yeah,
did the
he
doo-doo.
did the doo-doo. Oh, that's not good. Chuck a restart on that, Peck. Wonder who we will be interviewing after this.
I don't know. Who would we like to get in?
I'm not sure. You guys will know
Nate.
better than me.
Nate might be a good one for this one because he's been at the
Oh,
top.
we can grill him about that one.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I bet you wish you didn't
when
screw
you
that
saw
up.
Remember when you
everything
blew
in green?
everything?
Yeah. And there were lines shooting down, and then it all came crashing
Yeah.
back. You were in the simulation once more.
Still just grinding away. What the Cuddle say we were talking to him a minute ago? He just like is happy if he just gets 8.
Yeah.
He's kind of just going for that.
A
Which
little
that's,
brake check he did, and it was fine. He still
yeah.
saved them.
See, I definitely respect that viewpoint, but I also think if you are a true competitor, even if you've been grinding the ladder back home, whatever, and you
Yeah.
in a way know or think, I don't have the tools right now. When you get to the competition, if you do, and I do understand the sense that some of these guys, it's more of an opportunity to do it. They're making money from the game anyway. They're doing other things. If you're coming here, man, come to lay it down
Yeah.
and say, I'm going to do it. I think I can
Go
do
for
it. And at
first.
least believe that for 2 days, 3
Yeah.
days during
Absolutely.
your journey. Because otherwise you're selling yourself short, you know?
Yeah.
He's got to run here. This might be an...
Oh!
God.
I jinxed him.
We call that.
Wow, Joe.
We call
What a
that
jack.
the creator's
I'm
curse.
telling him you did that after this.
The creator's curse. 2 minutes 30 remain on the clock.
And Bragstad has taken the lead
Wow.
with 4:58.
Still no
Zach
sub
right behind
45. I really think Nate's going to hit the sub 45.
God, if he
He
oh,
was
man.
smoking that run.
Yeah, that was crazy. Only 2 minutes left, just a little over. What's going to happen here at the end? Perfect time.
Kudla, remember, is one of those 3 guys in those 9th to 11th positions where it's very important he has a decent result. Some other people don't do so well. And with 1 minute 45 remaining, he's got to do something big to try to get himself closer to securing one of those much coveted top 8 positions. He wanted to stay in 8th. He got top 8 last year. Can he do it again? I'm sure he's aware that the pressure is very much on, and these are the crucial last moments. Who are we jumping on board with now? This is Zach, the wonder child, who is currently in 2nd, was recently taken over by Bragstad. He's pretty much at this point got to either nail this or restart very soon if he wants to leave himself slight margin for error. As we can see, he's side by side with his ghost right now, phone locked to his face, and he's trying to improve, but I'm not
Nice
sure.
scrub. Did he
That's
get
a
it?
great scrub as he goes over into that little hill section there, and
Got
he's
it.
going all out.
He still
here,
has time for
and
one more.
He still has time
Yeah.
for one more, and so he has to be economic here.
Got to nail these
That's
whoops.
it.
That's
No more
it.
time.
He's
This
got to
is it.
finish this out. If anyone wanted to restart, you've run out of
Do it,
time.
buddy.
Oh!
Oh, he's going to do it. He's gonna
Oh,
do it. Is he gonna do
no!
it?
Yes! Oh, he
He's
actually
got the better
increases his
time.
No
time.
way.
And where does that land him? He needs to beat 45.458. Oh!
So close.
.003, guys.
Oh, no.
And he knows it as well. That is an electric way to finish
Jeez.
out that final 6th
Look at
track
him
of
and
the
Brad
day. I'm
Stan.
sure
Yeah, they're sitting right next to each other.
I'm sure he'll be very
Yeah.
happy with getting 2nd, but it was tough to beat Bragdon. I think the only way that could have been done is if Nathan nailed that run we saw earlier.
Yeah.
But we can't talk in possibilities because we know now that the round time is reaching
Oh,
0.
Zach. Did good, buddy. That was awesome.
But that was really exciting, and I think it couldn't have been a more fantastic end to the day. We're going to get confirmation on the championship scoreboard after, but let's remind ourselves that Bragstad is in first on this 6th track. Zach got 2nd. Leo was in 3rd. Nathan in 4th. Bidas, maybe the silver touch, not the Midas gold touch there, getting 5th. Sir Scrubslot finally making a resurgence into 6th. Zele, who started off very well, dropped down to 7th. And then Jalito in 8th. Leonardo in 9th. Kudler in 10th. We're dropping further and further until we get to 11, where a young man by the name Master 52 is sitting, and then Pekler down at the bottom. Unfortunately, but also unfortunately for him, in a sense, we have the Master 52, James, in the studio with us right now. My friend, so what went wrong on this track? Let's start off with the things that you probably want to get off your chest.
Well, I mean, it was a rough day. I mean, it was rough, but...
Is it rough to be in the top 4 all day?
Well, you
got Cutler, who's like, man, as long as I get 8th, I'm good.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a decent day, but to finish off like this, it's not... I mean, I'm not happy with it.
You expect more from yourself, right, James?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to know each other a bit yesterday, and I can tell that you are very much a competitor. You're someone that really wants to win, expects not just the best from yourself, but at every moment you're trying to absolutely kill it. And so I can understand from your view why finishing like that is not great, but overall, you're there. You've made the top 8 at least. You're in the competition.
Yeah. So I think I finished in the winner's bracket, I think, top 4.
Yeah, we'll get confirmation shortly, don't worry.
But yeah, this track, it was so frustrating. I think I was taking the wrong line the whole time. And I mean, I thought there was some trick somewhere, I just couldn't find it, or I just didn't, ride good on this track. But I mean, at least finish all right, and we'll just come back tomorrow and see what I can do.
Well, James, speaking of that final track, let's take a look at your best demo from it, and you can run us through what's going on.
Well, I mean, I kind of need to see the
line everyone else was taking,
because
we'll
be able to see here.
I felt like this line. I mean, the line I was taking was okay for what it was, but.
You're on the lines.
Joe and Justin, do you have any thoughts?
Right there is where you swapped. Yep. So you tire tapped to get over, and that's what swapped you.
So they're landing up there on those tables.
They're landing on those tables, yeah.
And then they downside that one.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. So
James.
So, but they're not even on that one.
No.
James,
yeah, that's
crazy.
Got some very tragic news. Your wife has spoken to production.
Uh-oh.
And she said you're sleeping on the floor tonight.
Yeah!
Oh, dang. That's rough.
For the record, everybody at home, James has been kind enough and brought his wonderful wife here, but she is an Iron Maiden, and she's told him you're getting punished for finishing in 11th on that final track.
I love it.
She was staring at me. She came out and started staring at me like, what are you doing?
That's good, though, man. You need that boss lady with you, pushing you forward. So I can appreciate she's trying to get the best out of you as well. She understands you then, right?
She understands, yeah.
Yeah.
She understands, so.
That's too much pressure, man.
You know what's interesting is that I didn't see anybody take the first section of that track. There's a totally different line that's faster, and I didn't see anybody take it. So that first jump, you wheelie up the first jump, you can tire tap, and then bounce over and hit a different line.
I almost thought about trying that, but the time goes by so quick out there
that
when you're trying different lines, I feel like I'm wasting time, but I guess I should have tried something else.
Yeah. Well, we did get to see a brief interview with you earlier in the day, but now we've got you on the couch. We're closing out the show. We've got some time to chat. James, just to recap everybody at home, what's your background? Why are you the legend of Mad Skills? Because you are indisputably.
See, I'm trying to keep that title of the legend, the master. I may have to hand that to someone else, but over the years, on the first game, I was undefeated for a while and did really good on that game and continued on this game as well, but there was a lot more competition when it got more popular. So I'm just trying to, stay with these young guys. I mean, I'm older than they are by 6 years, 7 years. You wouldn't believe it, but yeah, I'm just trying to do good and go home with a world championship, hopefully.
Yeah, and I tried to relay the story to everybody at home that you told me yesterday about how you got involved. It's a question we've been asking everybody today. But I think yours is really interesting because you were there at the very start of Mad Skills 1. And I don't want to say too much. You can say it yourself. But how did that all start and then realizing what exactly was going on with regards to your own skill?
Yeah, so Mad Skills 1, there wasn't a tournament. There wasn't a worldwide tournament for a while. So I played myself over and over and just tried to beat myself continually. But I didn't even know I was good until the tournament came out, and I got 28th the first round. I was like 28th in the world. That's incredible. And then I just started winning after that. So
crushed it.
I was just like, man, I'm actually pretty good at this.
And how long ago is this as well, just quickly?
2010 is when I started playing, so it's 8 years ago. So I've been playing, almost that full time. I took a year off but came back, and it's turned out good.
Yeah, before Justin, Joe working at the company, before I was doing any of this, I was at university. Like, you've been grinding this out and seeing the way the titles have evolved over time and having such a fantastic team behind it, and now the integration of esports. Like, what's that like for you as a guy that's just seen it from a guy playing on his own in his bedroom?
Oh, it's incredible. I didn't think, I didn't even know what esports was years ago. I mean, it's grown so much, and I mean, the way this has taken off, it's like the new sports. I mean,
yeah,
it's gonna keep getting bigger and more popular. So trying to stick around for that,
Yeah, and exactly. And talking a bit about that and things that relate to that. So you work in your family business as a full-time job, but you're playing this game 2-3 hours a day, and you're getting involved in the cash games and competing at tournaments like this. If you want to throw any numbers out there of what you've kind of done financially from this game, that could enlighten people at home.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a nice opportunity. It's definitely another way to make extra income. But, yeah, I mean, average, $800, $700-800 a week. So, I mean, it's pretty good. It's almost more than my real job. So,
really?
I mean, yeah. So
I would just quit.
So, yeah, it's awesome. So, yeah, pretty excited about that.
And so, what would it mean to you then as being one of those? Well, technically the original guy, the legend himself. What would it mean to you to secure first place here and bring home $10,000?
It'd be incredible. I mean, I'm building a house right now, so it would be nice. And actually, the wife said, if you win, we're putting in a pool. So she thinks, she thinks it's just upfront cost, but you got to factor in maintenance. And all that
well,
kind
tell
of
her if you lose, you're getting one of those little plastic pools you fill up with the water. You can
get
keep
the
her
Walmart
feet
pool.
cold. Yeah.
Pool. So, yep.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look at the full leaderboard shortly, but I can confirm that you've ended up in the winner's bracket, which is great.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Luckily.
We'll keep your name as Master and not
guess who you
Disaster
get to
for
play.
now.
But
I was disaster.
guess who you get to play? You end up in 4th.
I'm playing Zach. I'm playing Zachary. So, but luckily, it's double elimination.
It's double elim.
bracket.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be great.
if I lose to him, maybe I could crank it out through the loser's bracket and come back.
Definitely. By no means think that's not a possibility, but going up against Zach is your first one-on-one rival, and also the kid that everyone's talking about. It's kind of like the old versus the new. And so in terms of that, can you tell everybody at home what it means?
See, that's some pressure because he could be the new master. I hate to say it, but he's really good at the game. I mean,
he's pretty good.
I mean,
I've heard.
He's very solid, detailed on that game. So, I mean, we'll just see. I'd like to take him down. Last year he got 4th. So it's possible he can be beat. So I'm going to see if I can do it.
That's true. Very true. Anything can happen.
Joe, Justin, any questions you'd like to throw at James before we take a look at that leaderboard?
Nothing too harsh.
I know. I'm trying to think of something. Won't get me kicked off.
Do you want a sleeping bag for the floor tonight?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the best. That's the question of the
got
night.
an extra room.
Did you guys have a tub? You could put it in there and get all cozy.
I could. Dang. Maybe I'll earn my way on back onto the bed.
Yeah,
tomorrow,
so you're in the loser bracket of your sleeping situation. So it's double elimination. You can work your way back up to the actual match.
She actually said if I got last race, that she would leave me here when she went home. So at least I got 11th and not 12th.
Yeah.
On that.
Well, guess
So
what? You get your bed back then. See, it
Savage.
works out for everybody.
Savage. Now we can take a look at the leaderboard and see exactly what's happening moving into tomorrow. So Zach was certainly the story of today, leading from the front and finishing clear 10 points of Bragstad in second. He had a fantastic day one. And yeah, Bragstad is in that second position. Zele in third and Master 52.
Right.
It's the 4, Joe, that you kind of theorised, and Justin as well, that would be the top 4 in the winner's bracket. And so Master will square off against Zach, and Bragstad will square off against Zeli. And then in the losers bracket, we have Halito, Nathan Bidus, and Leo. So that means it's Kudla, eliminated Pekla, Lorenzo, and Sir Scrubslot. There was that battle, and it was Leo and Bidus that came out on top. And so, James, do you see any surprises there? What do you read from our championship leaderboard?
Well, I mean, in my mind, I guess the top 4. That's the really top guys. Kind of surprised about Sir Scrubs a lot. You know,
Yeah.
he's usually up there a little higher, so
Yeah.
that's a little bit of surprise. But everyone else, actually, Nathan Rader, pretty surprised on that. It's a good score.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's kind
You're saying he should have done worse.
Well, I would
I'm
guess
just
him a
messing with
little
you.
lower.
No, I know.
Guess him a little lower, but that's good.
No, it's fantastic. Yeah.
And just with regards to Leo, it's a huge feat for him to
Yeah.
get into 8th because he
Yes.
was lingering in
Wow.
11th
Yeah,
place.
that was the big one.
Yeah, he was
We
in
were trying to
11th
math
place.
that the entire time, and we had to get them to math it.
That's crazy.
And it was
Worked out
those
great.
final